I'm Megan Boone, Employer Relations and Career Counselor here at Morehead State University's Office of Career Services.
Hello, and I'm Josh Taylor, a Career Counselor and the Internship Coordinator here at the Career Center. Today we'd like to talk to you about some tips on how to write an effective, organized, and action-oriented resume. Please know that the information that we'll cover here and more is available to you in our downloadable MSU Career Guide, which you can find on the website.
Why do we prepare resumes? A resume's purpose is to get you an interview. Think of it as your personal marketing brochure. Your resume is your opportunity to show that you can make an immediate and valuable contribution to an organization. Many employers often have hundreds of resumes to review, and will therefore only spend approximately 15 seconds reading your resume. As such, it should be focused and easy to read.
It's important to understand that there's no one way to write and organize a resume, and what makes for a strong resume can be a bit subjective. If you ask 5 hiring managers their thoughts on resumes, you might get 5 different opinions. That said, the information that follows represents best practices advice that we've heard from employers, graduate programs, and professional associations across a number of fields.
We'll begin by urging you to avoid making a very common mistake, which is the use of templates. Never use a template to create your resume. This is your unique marketing brochure and should spotlight you. Employers tell us that templates appear generic, and you need your resume to stand out. More importantly, many computer-based applicant tracking systems used in the online job application process cannot read information embedded within a template.
As for formatting your resume, set 0.75 to 1 inch margins on all sides, and use standard fonts such as Times New Roman or Arial, size 10 to 14. How long should it be? Think like an employer. If you had 100 resumes to read for one job, would you spend time on a 2-page resume? 1 page is generally best.
Let's now discuss how to organize your resume into a focused document that makes an impact. Looking down at this example resume from a 30,000-foot view, we can quickly gather that it's concise, only 1 page, and well organized, according to clear headings. This is what you want to achieve with your resume.
Now let's look at the various sections or content areas that you'll want to include. Begin your resume by providing your contact information. As you see in our example, this section usually includes the following: your full name, your address, a telephone number, and a professional email address, meaning johnpointsmith@gmail.com and not dragonslayer95@gmail.com.
While all resumes begin with contact information, the headings that follow might vary, including the order in which they are presented, according to any number of variables, such as where you are in your professional career. What's important is that you lead with your strongest asset, which in many recent graduates' case is education. A seasoned professional, on the other hand, may go straight to qualifications and work history. Education, then, is the next heading in our sample resume.
The education portion of your resume needs to include the following: the name of the institution awarding your degree, the degree earned, the city and state in which it's located, your anticipated graduation date, and ideally, your GPA. Presenting your education correctly isn't as easy as it may seem, so it's important to pay careful attention. If you're an engineering technology major, for example, be sure to showcase your degree as a Bachelor of Science in Engineering Technology. Follow the format of the sample you see here or in the MSU Career Guide.
Within the education portion of your resume, you may also wish to highlight relevant courses you've taken, course projects you've completed, insofar as they relate specifically to the position for which you're applying. The next section we'll cover is experience, and this is perhaps the most important section in your resume, as it's here that you're speaking directly to your future employer, showcasing to them what you offer and how it meets their needs. You'll want to feature the experience, skills, and results that you bring.
For those who have never created a resume before, getting started with the experience section can be overwhelming. Do not include everything you've ever done, as employers are only interested in your experience and accomplishments that relate to their job posting.
Since this is the case, understand that each resume you submit needs to be specifically edited and targeted to the position for which you're applying. Know your audience. Your resume is a living document, meaning that it must be adjusted accordingly as you grow professionally and as you apply to different positions.
To get started, make a list of the following with dates, and then use the list to build your experience section. Jobs you've held, skills you've learned and used, and what you accomplished in each. Volunteer activities, organizations you belong to and what you did in those organizations, education and training, major class projects relevant to the jobs you're seeking. High school information and activities should not be on a resume unless you are a freshman.
Present your experience in reverse chronological order and include the following information for each entry: the organization's name, its location, city and state, your position title, and the dates the position was held. Under each entry, you'll use bullet points, not complete sentences, to showcase your experiences and accomplishments. Order your bullet points according to their impact, meaning that you'll want to feature your most impressive information as it relates to the job for which you're applying first.
Now let's discuss how to craft your bullet points, where it's important to use resume language as opposed to job description language. Job description language simply defines what the job does, while resume language summarizes your skills and accomplishments. Be specific about your skills using accomplishment-based bullet points that avoid vague or cliché generalities. Avoid using first person and, when possible, quantify with numbers. Action verbs are key, and you'll find a list of action verbs in the career guide.
Take a look at this vague entry on the top. The entries below, on the other hand, are specific. This is what you want on your resume. Let's look at another example. The top entry only uses job description language, while the entry below employs effective resume language.
To help you construct accomplishment-based bullet points, consider using the ACE method, which stands for Action, Challenge, and End Result. When applied to your resume, the ACE method allows you to discuss how you addressed a challenge, the action, identify a responsibility, issue, or task, the challenge itself, and highlight the positive outcome of the action, the end result. Now, while this may seem like a lot of information to fit into one bullet point, you'll be surprised at how easy the ACE method can be implemented. Take a look at this example.
You can see this bullet point effectively incorporates an action, a challenge, and an end result. When writing your experience bullet points, you'll also want to ensure that your resume features keywords, language, and industry-specific jargon that is appropriate to your field. Very often, the job description itself will include the very language your resume needs to feature. Take a look at these examples and note how the applicant's resume has been carefully written to target a particular position. We've highlighted the key responsibilities and requirements asked of an ideal candidate in the job posting. And here, on the applicant's resume, we see that these key skills and experiences are prominently showcased.
Beyond contact information, education, and experience, all of which you need to incorporate, other headers that you may wish to feature include skills, community involvement, campus activities, or leadership, to name a few. See the MSU Career Guide, which you can download from our website for more details on these sections.
As you work on your resume, keep these final tips in mind. A reference page should be a separate document. Don't list references on your resume. Also, remember to have someone proofread it. Career Services can help. Applying for positions requires careful planning, and our staff is available to assist you in preparing your resume and cover letter. We can also work with you to ensure that you're interview ready.
We hope that this brief discussion has given you a sense of how to write a strong resume. For more guidance, see the resume section of the Career Guide.
And remember that our staff is available to assist you in person, over the phone, and online. Thanks for watching, and good luck.
Good luck.